Hundreds of workers at a nuclear waste site in Washington state have been ordered to, quote, take cover after a tunnel used to store radioactive material collapsed. I spoke to RT's Alexei Yarashevsky on this a little earlier.
Well, the emergency mode has not been lifted yet, as far as we know, but the incident in question happened at 8 o'clock in the morning local time when part of the tunnel collapsed, the roof of the tunnel collapsed. That's the tunnel where radioactive material is being transported. Even the Hanford website admits that the building which is adjoining this tunnel has been vacant for 20 years, but highly contaminated, highly radioactive materials are still kept and transported through that tunnel. Now, the main possible reason for the collapse is vibrations produced by a road work just close by, in close proximity to the tunnel. And we also understand that for now the Department of Energy believes that nothing serious has happened despite a massive evacuation of workers.
There is no indication of a release of contamination at this point. Responders are getting closer to the area where the soil has subsided for further visual inspection.
Now, Hanford nuclear waste site in the state of Washington is called America's most toxic place for good reasons. Now, this was the place where the nuclear material for nuclear bombs, such as Fat Man, which was dropped on Japan, was produced, but it has been out of operation since 1980. Nonetheless, 53 million gallons of radioactive waste are still stored there, and this is basically one of the biggest nuclear waste facilities, not only in North America, but in the world. The cleanup of Hanford facility began in 1989, but ever since it's been a problem. Last year, we uncovered a lot of safety concerns at the facility with numerous workers hospitalized because of inhaling radioactive fumes leaking from the 60-year-old shells which contain those radioactive materials.
I got vapor exposure. I lost 40% of my lung capacity. They diagnosed it as RADS, Reactive Airways Disease Syndrome.
I can't do any normal activities, so I'm right now on my disability insurance. I had a hard time walking, more than even across the room. I was running out of breath. For a couple months, I pretty much sat in my chair over there, and I laid in my bed and I thought I was dying.
And despite the assurances by the authorities that everything seems okay at the moment, there are numerous tweets coming from the Tri-Cities area next to Hanford nuclear facilities where people are genuinely concerned about what's happening there. But I assume we'll get more updates from the ground as the story progresses.